This is the Joe Watson Show podcast, Northern Ireland's smallest podcast.
It is indeed, and this week we're doing something rather different. Yes, we are. I was going for live, but I don't know what happened. I didn't actually go live. I decided I'll record this and then put it up, and things will be top notch. Now, I haven't planned for what I'm about to do, but bear with me, because this may or may not be a good idea. But we're about to find out. We are about to find out if I just press the right button. For goodness sake, Joseph, what are you doing, son? Here we go. You ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens here.
Hello.
Hey, Chuck.
Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
Yep.
Hey, Dave.
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Good morning.
Guess what I am doing?
I have no idea.
You are both live on my podcast.
Okay.
I just said we're going to try something exciting. So, how are you guys?
Well, I'm really excited to hear the excitement in my voice.
Brian, I think Brian chickened out.
Let me check. Is this the microphone I'm on here? Is that the one? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. This one. I've got like 3 microphones here, and I never know which one I'm on when somebody calls me.
You don't have to stay, by the way. If you just want to go, that's fine. But I just thought I would try something new.
Okay, what's your podcast about? Why do we need to be on it?
I don't know. It's just off the cuff, Chuck. It's not. There's nothing really to it. I just thought I'm going to delve in and press call and see who answers.
Okay.
There is nothing to it this week, but I just thought I would say hi and tell me, Dave, what are you up to today?
Well, it's Canada Day, so I'm drinking Crown Royal to an excess and
Cool.
Getting all drunked up and eating smoked sausages.
Cool. And what about you, Chuck?
I'm just sitting back and relaxing. I did all my work this morning. I got some bricks laid around the garden area to do a little bit of border for the mowing and stuff like that. Got that all done. Got some wood bought for another project I'm working on with a outdoor picnic table. About halfway done with that, but I need a few more wooden pieces. And then basically I got tired about 4 o'clock and just took a break.
Cool. And what time is it there, Chuck?
It's 5:15 p.m. right now.
It's about 11:15 here at night. And
oh my gosh,
Dave,
I've long been in bed by now.
Dave, what time is it in Moose Jaw?
4:15.
Oh, cool. And so it's Canada Day. For those who don't know what Canada Day might be, tell us a bit about it, Dave. What is Canada Day all about?
It's the anniversary of when Canada became a country.
Brilliant. That's cool. And how many years is it?
Oh, I have no idea. Lots.
If I ask Chuck, Chuck, how many years has America been independent? Would you know?
About 240 now, isn't it? Somewhere around there.
Cool. And it's the 4th of July, Independence Day, in a few days.
Yes, that's right. It's a Monday. It's actually going to be a Monday holiday. It's going to fall on a Monday, so
and if you
need to
the barbecue
mess around with
set
people's
up.
jobs. No, I don't do barbecue or stuff like that. My neighbor's doing stuff like that, but I think I can actually cook just as well or better in the regular oven inside than a barbecue.
Seeing guys, I have you on. I'll not keep you too long, but I thought we could have a little quiz.
Oh no!
So, I want you to say your name if you know the answer, and then I will obviously let you answer the question. Are you ready, guys?
I guess.
Where in the world would you expect to find a car with the vehicle registration code V?
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty open question. I mean, you can get a number in the U.S. in most any state, so I don't really.
According to this quiz, it's Vatican City.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can just for I think an extra $50 a year, you can pretty much, as long as it's not considered an obscene word or a racial slur, you can get pretty much any vanity plate you want for an extra.
Really? Wow. You're not allowed racial slurs here in the UK?
Yeah. Do you guys have vanity plates where you're at?
Pardon?
You have vanity plates where you're at? Like you could get a plate with your name on it if it was available?
Oh, yes. You could. We call them, what do we call them? We call them, I bought Laura one. It's a personalised, it's called, but a vanity plate, yeah.
Okay.
What is a baby goat called? Any of you guys know?
A kid.
Well done, Dave. I'm not
I knew David knew that one. I didn't have a clue.
Next question. What river runs through Paris? That's a tough one. I wouldn't know this one.
The Seine, I think.
Thames.
The Seine,
Thames, yeah.
No,
Thames, yeah, that's
He's
right.
a lot more smart.
No, it's the Rhine.
The Rhine?
Isn't it?
I don't know. Which is it, Joe?
it's the Seine. The Thames run through.
Oh, is that right?
The Thames run through London.
Oh, okay. Wow, I actually beat Dave on that one. I thought as soon as Dave answered, I thought, I'm wrong.
Which famous rocker sang this song, "Crazy Train"?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Correct, Dave. Well done.
Any music after the early 1970s, I'm totally clueless about.
Including Donald Trump, how many U.S. presidents have been impeached as of 2022?
Three.
How many?
Three.
Well done, guys. This is going quite well.
Johnson, Nixon, and Trump twice. So
Another Trump question. Which social media app did Donald Trump try to block in the US? Dave might know
TikTok.
that. TikTok. Well done, Dave.
yeah, that's another one I don't know. I'm only a Facebooker. I don't know the other social media.
What is the capital of Iceland?
Reykjavik?
Reykjavik.
Oh, we both got it.
Yeah, well done, guys. Which planet is closest to the sun?
Right now it's Venus, but it's usually Mercury, isn't it?
It's usually Mercury, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll
But
just
it's Venus right now. I think is actually closer technically.
Which city held the first ever Fashion Week?
I'm going to say New York.
Correct. Well done. That's the
Yeah,
right
it would have
answer.
to be the New York or Paris. I was going to guess Paris, so I would have been wrong.
What is a baby rabbit called? I would never. I don't know. I don't know this one.
Nope, no idea.
Nope.
A kit.
Okay.
K-I-T. Kit.
I think Dave's about ahead of me by about 3 questions right now.
How many gold medals does Sir Mo Farah have?
I don't know who that person even is.
You know, Dave?
Never heard of him.
Okay, he's got 4. He's a British runner. Okay. How many teeth? How many teeth does an adult human have?
32.
32, Dave. Well done. What weight was the heaviest newborn baby in the world?
14 pounds.
No,
16.
You're wrong. Chuck?
Okay, I'll just guess 16 just to throw out a wild guess.
22 pounds.
Holy cow, did the mother survive?
She needed a lot of stuff.
Ouch.
And exactly, Dave. Yeah. I'll give you one more, and then we'll maybe go about talking about something else. Is the sun a star or a planet?
It's a star.
Well
Definitely
done.
a star, and doesn't even close to meet the definitions of a planet.
We'll throw another one in there. What is a group of lions called?
Pride.
Pride. Well done, guys. I think the winner's. I think it's Dave. Actually.
Yeah, Dave by 3, because even the tie, all we did was tie on the other one, so he stayed ahead of me by 3.
So, apart from drinking, Dave, and celebrating Canada Day, had you any plans for today that you didn't get done?
Yeah, I was doing it while you called. I was watching Stranger Things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, are you on the first section or the second section of season 4?
The second section that just came online today.
Okay, don't say anything about it then. I'm not that far yet. Don't do any spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
And Chuck, apart from doing what you're doing, what have you not done today yet?
Have I not done today yet? Well, haven't watched the next episode that I've got queued up for Stranger Things. The first part of season 4. I think what am I on, episode 5 next? I think episode 5 is what I'm going to start watching next.
You know, I've never ever watched Stranger Things. Could any of you try and talk me into watching it?
It's a brilliant show.
It's a brilliant show. It's not really hard. It's hard to describe what it actually is. I don't know. Maybe Dave could describe it better.
It's very unique, actually. The chicks, the woman that's the star of the show is a super psychic thing. It's based on a military experiment, all this, and it gets in the later season here.
Cool.
The last season is a war with a being from another dimension that she actually sent to that dimension.
And the other thing about it too is it's very 80s nostalgic. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s, which I really grew up in the 70s more to me, but still I enjoyed the 80s a lot. So to me, it still had that nostalgia quality, but it's got a lot of 80s nostalgia within the storyline, which to me makes it just even better. And all the acting's good. The writing's good. There's no real stupid storylines or anything like that. I mean, there's some plot holes here and there, little minor ones, but there's no real bad writing in it so far, at least.
Yeah, I may give it a go because Laura and I are looking for something new to watch.
Yeah,
that'd be an idea.
The only thing that sets me.
Pardon?
You probably noticed too that during the show, as it would go on to the next storyline, as different subplots would end up, and then go on to the next subplot, they would act like strange things happening in the town was just so unusual. And I'm like, wait a minute, you guys just been through the upside down and all this other stuff. Why are you going to say, or like the one guy wouldn't believe his girlfriend about, that was the reporter, about stuff happening. And I'm like, dude, you just saw, you just experienced the upside down, and now you're saying your girlfriend's nuts because she saw weird things happening in this lady's face. That part just got to me a few times. It's like, come on, guys, stop doing that.
Well, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer because I know you have things to do. But okay. It's great to have talking to you, and I'm sorry that I just sort of swooped in there and took you by surprise. But it's great to have you on the podcast randomly like this. I just thought I would press the button and do it. So thank you very much for being my guinea pigs.
Okay, give us a link when you post it up too.
Absolutely, it'll be going on YouTube as well, Chuck.
Okay.
And
okay, have a good one.
I'm going
Bye,
to
Dave. Bye,
Joe. Before you go, Dave.
What?
What is this week's podcast about for you?
Just general topics.
Okay. I shall go and listen.
Just finish listening to it too. Listen to it.
Mostly about why I'm the size I am.
Okay.
And accidents he's had as a child and stuff like that. It's an interesting podcast. Check it out, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. And where can people find your podcast, Dave?
Axe Moose Vlogs.
Cool. Okay. Everybody, make sure you go and check out Axe Moose Vlogs. And Chuck, you haven't done a podcast. You haven't started a podcast yet.
All of my stuff has been abandoned for so many years. If I ever take it up again, I'll give you a link.
That's great. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Wow. I've never done that before. That was just random. It really was. And I'm so glad those guys are up for it. It's, as I say, I'm recording this. It's so late at night, and there's no one else really to talk to at this time of the night. So I'm going to do something that I've done before, and you liked it. I was told that it doesn't really work in podcasts. It probably doesn't, but I'm going to react to some TikToks, and I apologize in advance if there's any swearing and cursing in it. So hopefully it works, okay? Oh, shut up. I'm going to get done for copyright there. Brian is on holiday. Okay. I've tried to get Brian part of that group, but yeah, it didn't work. So anyway, we're going to look at some TikToks. Just caption in a TikTok that I made just a few hours ago. So yeah, it's all good, and I hope you're enjoying this random unplanned shut up, unplanned podcast. So let me see. So this test will determine how old your ears are, okay? So it's good to find out. So I will say the numbers, and you will tell me at what number you heard the thing. And to let me know, you go to
email the podcast at
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 37, 38, 39, 40. There's 50. I can hear that and it's getting unpleasant. I'm not going to watch that anymore.
Dad, what are you doing?
Well, Jamie, I'm after a beefer.
Since when?
Well, you know that game I'm always...
This isn't working out, is it?
Went to court with a girlfriend for a bit.
This is my friend Tommy Thailand, or Tommy Logan. And Tommy Thailand has so many different TikToks channels because they keep blocking him because he does say things that are inappropriate. So just want to put a disclaimer out there that this will probably be inappropriate. Take it away, Tommy Thailand.
Went to court with a girlfriend for a bit of moral support. She stole a tin of peaches out of Tesco. And the judge says...
Tesco, by the way, is like a superstore here in Northern Ireland and the UK.
Why did you steal them? And she says, because I love peaches. Many was in the tin. 6. So we give her 6 weeks. And I says, hold on a fucking minute. She stole a tin of sweet corn and 10 of peas as well.
Very good. Very good, Tommy.
Alright, you're still looking hers. What's
Right, okay. So, by the way, this is Donkey. By the way, Donkey is a Northern Irish TikToker. And his, you've obviously heard, he has already swore. So this, he's all bands of silliness.
Right, today, boys. Just they're here feeding the winter beasts. Where are they? The fucking
beasts. Oh, they're swearing again. Beasts are actually cattle. Okay.
better, but they're the bastards. For I call them a fucking bother to run after them for them fat fuck. But anyway, getting the point. He banned on the other account there for a couple of days. I didn't even know. He is somebody. He has a lot of accounts and he gets banned on them because he obviously does this. How long now? Because to be honest, I got to the stage now. I couldn't hear a flying fiddler's fucking elbow. You know, I think it's maybe Wednesday. I didn't know a fuck, but I posted a videos on here for the fucking crack in the meantime, and fucking that.
Lovely. So here's Tommy again. If you've ever seen a message written in the clouds before, you now have, and there's a video of clouds in the sky. I'm not reading that out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Do you ever get negative?
My real accent, the South Wales.
Oh, I'm dreading this.
She?
Every fucking day I've had enough of this Every fucking day I've had enough of this fucking up. My For You page is fucked. I come on here. I'm getting called fucking Norman Price every fucking... I've had a fucking enough now. I've had...
This guy walks into a bar and he's... You see that there? It was a sheep driving a car, wearing a swimsuit. Must be a Lamborghini. No.
A Lamborghini. Very good. Tommy's showing these people his hairy chest and they're cheering him on. Or lack of hairy chest.
And sing this little song. Run, rabbit, run.
Not playing.
What does a woman's arsehole do when she's having...
Sorry, Tommy, no.
Right, guys, so apparently this is the wrong way to pour milk.
Oh?
You're meant
so
to
pouring the milk into the glass like that is supposed to be wrong.
do this. Turn the car on that way.
Turn it the other way.
Only superhumans can hear these sounds.
Okay, listen.
I'm about to play you a bunch of sounds that most people can't hear, so if you can hear all of them, you're actually very special.
This is the last TikTok, by the way, because it's not working out this episode.
Also, make sure to hit that plus sign and follow for more of these
See you.
videos.
Still here. Still here. Still hearing it. Don't hear it now.
Only superhumans can hear these sounds.
Did you hear that? If you did,
email the podcast. podcast@joewatsonshow.com.
Dad, what?
So, yes. So, what's been going on in the news this week? Entertainment news this week. I'll just read something out of some news stories. Angry Prince Andrew refusing to socialise with Charles and William for blocking comeback. Oh, dear. Millions of Freeview users will lose 10 channels today as Signal is switched off. So, what are the 10 channels that Freeview viewers are losing? As a broadcaster, I need to tell you these channels because, yeah, it's important. It is. 10 channels will be cut from Freeview today as viewers see their options slashed and are told they must retune their TV, should I say, I can't read, retune their TVs to keep some other channels. Millions watch the subscription-free TV service every day, but they will lose a chunk of their channels today. Freeview has been hit by changes due to a broadcast signal named Com7 Multiplex being closed down to make way for the very latest 5G mobile technology from EE. Do I know why I'm talking like this? I do not. That means that with less bandwidth you use Freeview has been forced to make changes. Okay, what are the 10 channels? They're showing the 10 channels. So what does that mean by bandwidth? Well, because I'm involved with ham radio, I kind of know a little bit about bandwidth and wavelength and bandwidth. Okay, so as the wavelength gets bigger, the bandwidth gets smaller. So it means you have a smaller percentage of reception or signal or that sort of thing. So as the bandwidth gets smaller, basically what's going to happen is, I believe that they're probably going to cut Freeview off the TV very, very soon for people to pay for pay-per-view services like Sky Digital, or Sky is called Sky now, Sky or BT Vision or Virgin Media or something like that. There, you know. Midnight Mass was horrific representation of vampires. I think I did an episode of review for Midnight Mass. It was on Netflix. It was about a priest from an island. It was a group of islanders who had got a new priest. The priest turned out to have been the old priest that actually went on mission and actually got bitten by a vampire and was restored back to his young self. The young priest then, who is the old priest, but we'll call him the young priest so the priest then goes about and kills and drinks people's blood, and then he's slowly feeding the congregation the blood, and then before you know it, they have to have mass at night, reason being Midnight Mass. But the actual zombie thing of it wasn't great. I have to agree. It was rather mind-boggling and kind of creepy. But again, yeah, it wasn't a great representation of vampires. I agree. Here we go. My news. And I will be talking about this at a later date. And I will be reviewing it when it comes out. Hocus Pocus 2 has apparently recast an original character. See, the thing is, they didn't cast any of the original children, which is a bit of a shame. So Hocus Pocus 2 has apparently recast an original character, but cat's got our tongue. Hocus Pocus 2 is reportedly aren't just bringing back Jason Marsden as Thackeray Binks. As a fan of the 1983 cult witchery comedy will recall, the 17th century kid Binks, who was cursed by the Sanderson sisters to live out the rest of his days as a black cat, with NCIS star Sean Murray playing him in human form and Marsden voicing him as the cat form. Following speculation after the Black Cat appeared, the sequel teaser trailer reports that the role of Binks has been cast. Now, I'm going to stop there because I have seen the teaser trailer and I'm a bit miffed. Here's why. I love Hocus Pocus, and I'm so excited about the coming, the yearning for the last 30 years for a remake, for the last 29 years, and they're finally bringing one out this year, 29 years after the original. But the teaser trailer has... Oh, thanks. What is that? The teaser trailer has actually... based on the movie. All right. Dave says, by the way, Stranger Things was based on the movie Firestarter. Bet you didn't know that. No, I didn't. So, back to Hocus Pocus 2. Saw the teaser trailer. And what I can see is it's kind of a remake. Okay? It looks like a remake to me. It may not be, but it looks like a remake and not on a continuation on. Now, if they're bringing back Thackeray Binks, that worries me because at the end of the original and the amazing original, the Thackeray Binks' his curse has been lifted because the Sanderson sisters have actually been turned to dust. But in the teaser trailer, we can clearly see there's a cat. Okay? So that worries me in a way that they're remaking something. They're kind of fixing something that isn't broke. And I'm worried that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because there was remakes of movies that were dire. You know? Like Home Alone 3 and 4 were desperately terrible. I hated them. I don't know about you, but I disliked them. What else was a remake that I didn't like or I don't like the sound of? Police Academy movies are great, but you can't beat the original. But yes, they are good, I have to agree. But there was something that a Space Jam 2. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it is awful. It is awful, apparently, and it should never have been remade. But, you know, this is the thing. Pinocchio's been remade. All the old animations of Disney are all being remade, and they're being... Now, here's where I get a wee bit controversial. Daisy, it's my name above the door. Yes, I know that, and I know that you're right, Daisy, but I need to say what I'm going to say. I have to be honest on air, Daisy. So I'm sorry, Daisy, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Disney are rewriting everything to support, obviously the LGBTQ plus, whatever the acronym is now, but they're doing this to support they're trying to re-educate children into that the two princes or two princesses. But in the years gone by, it was always the prince and the princess. Now, I know today's world, there's diversity. Today's world, there is, and rightly so, that the homosexual people should not face persecution. And that's fine. I am 100% on that. But I think a child, child should make up their own mind. Yes, fairly, I agree with that. But listen, I think they shouldn't fix something that's not broken. It's always been the story: boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, boy marries girl. The prince kisses the princess. Snow White was kissed by the Prince Charming. Cinderella, all that there, Prince Charming, whatever. So I don't know how Disney can say, "Oh well, hold on a minute, Snow White was kissed by a girl." I think Walt Disney would be raging. You know what I mean? But I don't even think Disney doesn't belong to any of the Disneys anymore. I think Disney belongs to a chain. I could be wrong.
Email the podcast@joewatsonshow.com.
If you think I'm wrong, please email and tell me I'm wrong, and I will accept. Listen, if there is anything in my podcast you don't like, please email me. Tell me that you believe I'm wrong, or you think maybe, Joe, you shouldn't say this, shouldn't say that. That's fine, but I stand by what I say. But I am, it's 2022, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And yes, you're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine. And I do believe that, I have nothing against anybody that's homosexual at all. I love yous. I love everybody, and I want to be, I want to be a friend to all. I do. Disney are doing this, and that's fine. Disney can do what they want. But Snow White was kissed by a prince. She was kissed by a boy. And if, they want to call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs too, they can, What's the other thing? Moving swiftly on. You can't sing Happy Birthday. And another stupid thing recently I heard. You can't call it the Heimlich maneuver. There you go. I owe your man Heimlich copyright, royalties. And you can't sing Happy Birthday because it's copywritten. And the person who copyrighted that was a legend, because then that means everybody in the world, how many billions of people is there in the world? Over 7 billion people. All have birthdays. So that's every time somebody sings Happy Birthday, that person gets a royalty. Even £1 or $1. They're going to be the richest person in the world, because every year they're going to get 7 point whatever billion sorry. 7 point whatever billion dollars or pounds or euro, whatever you want to call it, whatever your currency is. I think that's stupid, but I think it's bloody brilliant. And I would love to have something that I could copyright and say, listen, you say Joe, I get £1, I get $1, I get a euro, whatever. I think I'd be a rich person. Just out of curiosity, have a listen. See if Google can answer me this question. Google, how many people are there out there in the world named Joe? Here is the national first name Joe. People named Joe. 580,202 people. It's the 103rd most used name. 580,000 people are called Joe. So, should I put a copyright on that name and say, yeah, you can call it whatever you want, but everybody that says Joe, I get £1. I get $1, $1, I get €1. €1, £1, $1. Nah, that's not going to work. This podcast, I apologise, folks, because it's been all over the place since the very second, the very second I switched on and record. I initially was going to do it live. Podbean has an option where you can go live. I was planning to do that, but I didn't get the laptop on quick enough, and I just got excited, so I pressed record, and then I was fighting who to call. I'd love to call someone else. I would love to call someone else. And that might be a feature I could do in the near future. That could be something that I could plan to do. It's not fair just ringing someone and saying, "Hey, you're on my podcast, how you doing?" And you're like, I don't know. But no, you don't. It's not fair. It's really not fair. Hold on a minute. He may not answer. Shh. This is my friend Joe, by the way. My friend Joe. What do you hear? Shh. What do you hear? He'll not answer because it's probably past his bedtime. Anyway, here we go. He's not going to answer me. Okay, fair enough. I saw his green light on. I thought, bang. I'll knock the head off him, pull him into the podcast. But obviously, he's probably just checked something and he's gone to sleep. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go now before I get myself into more bother. As Rab always says, never mention sex, religion, or what's the other one? Politics. Stayed away from politics. Talked a bit about sex and orientation, and didn't talk about religion, did I? No. I'm looking forward to Pinocchio, by the way. Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks is one of the best actors in the world. I followed him since I was a wee boy. Turner and Hooch, loved it. Big, loved it. Castaway, loved it. Although they're saying this Wilson character, his face, I don't know. I don't know the details offhand by now, offhand by at this moment in time, so I'm not going to go in on it because I'm just going to sit down like an idiot anyway. But a few things happen. I now have internet in my studio. I do. I have internet, and I am in the process. Rodecaster Pro has a dust cover. Very dusty out there. There's no carpet on the floor, and I have to get carpet. And until I get carpet, it's very dusty. The dust rises from the concrete floor, which is natural. So when that comes in, there probably will still be dust. So I'm going to buy one of the dust covers to set over the top of my Rodecaster Pro, because it would be caked in dust and it would get in around the workings, and it's far too expensive. And by the way, there's a Rodecaster Pro 2 out. Lovely bit of kit, but I am not going to buy it because I haven't used this enough. So, yeah. So, I'm going to go now. Thanks for listening. I was going to say thanks for watching. But, yeah. So, if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed it or anything, please go and check out.
Remember to check out the website, joewatsonshow.com.
This podcast is a Studio 74 production. It's produced by Grayson the Cat and me, Joe Watson. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and bye-bye.